We are at the GOProud Big Gay Party, hosted by Andrew Breitbart and featuring Sophie B. Hawkins. Let's find out what people are thinking about the gays.
What am I going to say? It's so loud.
You're gonna talk to me for 30 seconds.
We're going to yell at each other.
We're gonna yell at each other.
You can't just say that gay rights is a movement that belongs in one party. And when you talk about those issues that deal with our lives on an individual level, on a very basic level, there is no one party that owns gay rights. Gay rights is something that history will show was the transcendent civil rights movement of our generation.
So what has been the reaction of conservatives that you came in contact with?
Respectful, very respectful. I think that this historic event was predated by last year's CPAC rejection of Ryan Sorba.
I'd like to condemn CPAC for bringing GOPride to this event. Bring it.
And he was roundingly booed by the entire audience. It was a phenomenal moment, and I think that that was the entree to this very special evening.
I think libertarians underestimate the growing tolerance of conservatives, and conservatives, I think, historically have underrated the value, the vibrancy that libertarians bring. Economic liberty is compatible with one thing: tolerance. We don't have to agree with each other. We're all part of a movement that recognizes freedom.
I think everyone has their principles and their lines in the sand. This is not where my line is at all. People can have legitimate debates about the definition of marriage and adoption and all that stuff, but I think it is absolute electoral insanity to exclude a group of people from your potential voting base that you want to vote for you. It doesn't make any sense, right?
You know I have you on video talking about gay rights behind New Order, just so you know. Who is the hottest man in the conservative movement?
Chris Christie, no doubt.
You like him fat, don't you?
The size of the party and the amount of fun people are having is a very good sign that conservatives are a lot more accepting than they might be portrayed in common media and culture.
You came out to the GOProud party. Give me an idea of what you make about the boycott and the inclusion of gays within the sort of conservative tent.
Look, it's an important part of who we are as Republicans. We believe in individual freedoms and we believe in the individual. We're not a party of exclusion. We should never be that. So this is an opportunity to say we are very proud to be Republicans of all stripes, backgrounds, experiences, and I'm damn proud to be here.
You're damn proud to be with GOProud.
That's right.
Ultimately, GOProud's involvement here has been pretty successful. I think that people have taken an overall positive view of it. And I think that the boycott of it has been more or less a failure, really. If you want to talk about fractiousness at CPAC, I actually think that's a lot more evident when you look at some of the Ron Paul supporters versus some of the people who are bigger fans of Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney.
It was the young Ron Paul people shouting out war criminal at Dick Cheney, and then some of them virtually being assaulted by the traditional conservatives.
Usual spirited exercise.
The gay issue has created nothing like that.
So you're saying the bigger issue was like neoconservative, old guard versus libertarian?
Much bigger.
Overwhelming majority of Republicans are accepting of conservatives who happen to be gay into the fold. I won't say that the crazies within the party don't exist. Mm-hmm. They do exist. Mm-hmm. 3 of them are boycotting CPAC. But look at what's going on at CPAC. There's an overwhelming majority of people who didn't boycott it and who are supportive. And look at the packed house tonight. There's a lot of very high-profile Republicans who are supportive of, John Bolton, for instance. People want to paint him into a corner of being ultra-conservative, and he's very supportive on gay issues.
Would he come out? You think he would come out and say that I supported gay issues if
He already has. When asked about Don't Ask, Don't Tell or gay marriage.
Imagine what it's like being a gay conservative. Other gay people are really pressuring them or really antagonizing them. You see this all the time and saying, how can you be gay and a Republican? Those Republicans hate you. They want to take your rights away from you. So it takes so much courage to be a gay person and to stand up and say, I know I'm going to get attacked, but the fact is this is what I believe, and I love this country, and I love our troops, and I believe in the fundamental values of a sound economic policy that the conservatives and Republicans embrace.
we're sort of limited government, free markets, socially very liberal. Basically what everyone should be.
It's perfect.
It's perfect for you. You should be a libertarian. You're known as, you're a Hillary Clinton supporter, you're known as a liberal. Are you getting any pushback? Have people specifically been calling you a sellout, a traitor, et cetera?
Oh, sellout, traitor, you're playing for the enemy. And I said, listen, no American is an enemy to me. Why don't you stop judging what their superficial qualities are and who they are on the social scheme and start looking at people's souls?
You don't like the identity politics of it, right?
It's killing us. If my neighbor, has a gun, I'm excited because then he'll protect me when I'm being robbed or raped. Why should I worry that I don't have a gun?
You should get a gun.
Actually, I do have a gun.
Yay.
And I have been in training because I live in a neighborhood where the woman 2 doors down was raped, and I have a son. I have to protect my son. Hey, you have all the same people Bush did. Why did you bother criticizing Bush? Then the big bailout, the first bailout, another big disappointment. We should be drilling for the oil on our shores, getting rich, then go green.
Sophie B. Hawkins, you are a libertarian. I'm telling you, I'm not asking you, I'm
Andrew
now
told me I was
dictating.
a Tea Party, and he said I'm liberal in bed, conservative in the head.